Welcome, guys, our dear listeners, to a very super duper special edition of Loud Librarians. I'm Amber.
And I'm Hannah. And today, because it is Halloween, we're donning our detective hats and diving into some haunting tales that are perfect for a night like tonight.
Yeah, we'll be chatting about the elusive Edgar Allan Poe Bell, a mysterious object with a chilling story, the haunting grounds of Poe Park in the Bronx, and a hidden gem right here on campus, the Maurer Mystery Collection at the Fordham University's Rose Hill Library.
That's right. So grab your lanterns, adjust your cloaks, and get ready for a journey into the macabre world of literary mysteries.
Yeah. But before we get into all of that, Hannah, what are some of your favorite Halloween moments? It could be a book, movies, costumes, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I've always really loved this time of year. I mean, when you're a kid, it's great because you dress up and then you get candy. And I love the candy aspect for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's also my favorite costume that I was probably second grade. Nothing meant more to me than the Powerpuff Girls, and I was the Powerpuff Girl Bubbles. Okay. And then last year, I just threw in a very last-minute costume. I went to my friend's house, and I was the concept of blue, which is also Bubbles was the blue Powerpuff Girl. So maybe I like blue costumes. And then, there's a bunch of good, the books, we got Agatha Christie, Shirley Jackson. I mean, of course, there's Stephen King. That's a given. I'm a big fan of Stephen King's son, actually, Joe Hill. He has some good spooky stories. I highly recommend everyone read his graphic novel, Lock and Key. I recommend that you maybe skip the Netflix TV show of that. It wasn't a good job of adapting it, but that's okay. Movies, we got good movies. Hocus Pocus, classic.
I just watched that last year.
You just watched it. You should, and then I hope you watch it tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Amber? Any favorite Halloween moments, books, movies for you?
We would go to the libraries around Halloween time, the public library. And we would get R.L. Stine books.
Oh, yes.
One book that I wore out was R.L. Stine's The Boyfriend.
Oh.
It makes sense now as an adult. I love Lifetime movies. It's a stalker movie, a stalker book. It's a great book.
Yeah.
But yeah, Goosebumps, Tales from the Crypt. My favorite costume growing up, I was the Pink Power Ranger. But my costume, I thought I was it. This was probably 4th or 5th grade. And I thought I was the best Pink Power Ranger ever. And then this chick in the 7th grade came in with a complete replica of the Pink Power Ranger outfit with the skirt and the perfect fabric, the helmet. Back then, it was just the face mask.
She couldn't even have been yellow.
I know.
Or maybe be
ridiculous.
a little progressive for the time and be another one of the boys.
It wasn't progressive back then.
Yeah, no.
The Power Rangers are not.
No, they're not.
They
also
problematic.
I only the other week went through where they are now, and it's pretty sad.
It's sad. Yeah. You know what's a bad Halloween candy?
What?
Dots.
Oh, dots are not good. But before we get into today's episode, just real quick, I want to ask you controversial. What are your thoughts on candy corn? I say yay.
I say no.
Okay.
Why do you say yay?
I love it.
Interesting.
I don't know. It's something that you either love it or you hate it, and you can't describe why.
You know what's kind of the same family as that? Circus peanuts.
Oh, well, no one likes those.
But that's why I'm you to candy corn, because you might as well eat a circus peanut.
Yeah.
Same difference. But I'm not going to yuck your yum. I apologize for that.
No, it's okay. All right. Well, you know what? We can eat all the candy we want tonight, even after dark, because we're adults.
Yeah.
And we don't have a curfew anymore, and we can eat candy all night.
Yeah.
But let's get into it.
All right, so let's start with Edgar Allan Poe Bell. Rumor has it that this isn't just any old bell. Oh no, like word on the street is that it's believed to be one of the original bells from the church where Poe attended services while he lived in the Bronx.
Exactly. Poe lived in a small farmhouse now known as the Edgar Allan Poe Cottage near what is now Poe Park.
Yeah.
He moved there in 1840-something. I'm not sure on the quite year. We'll put that in the show notes.
Yeah.
With his wife, Virginia, and her mother, Maria. Imagine Poe, the master of the macabre, attending church services with this bell toiling in the background.
And the rent, like, dude, the rent was $5 a month or $100 a year.
That sounds pretty nice. Do you think we could get that now?
No, we cannot get that now. It must have been really nice. It must have been really, really nice. That's like $4,000 in 2024.
Oh, a month?
A year.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, what makes this bell so mysterious is that some say it inspired the dark tones in Poe's writing during his Bronx years. I would make a joke about the Bronx, but I'm not going to do that. Stories even suggest that you can still hear it ringing on cold, foggy nights, echoing through the park as if it's calling out Poe himself.
Or maybe those wandering souls who love a good ghost story. I'd like to think Poe would enjoy that he left behind a haunted bell.
Wouldn't he, though?
So, Amber,
Yeah.
speaking of Poe Park,
Yeah.
this place is more than just a quaint little spot in the Bronx. It's a historic landmark dedicated to preserving the memory of Poe's last years.
Yes, Poe wrote some of his most famous works while living there, like Annabel Lee and Eula. I always look at this word, I'm like, is it Eula or Eula? But it's Eula.
I've said Ulaloom, but it might be Eulaloom.
It's Eulaloom.
Okay.
Yeah. But
okay.
the park is a lovely space now, but there's something undeniably eerie about it. I grew up around these neck of the woods, and on Halloween, it was super atmospheric with shadows dancing around the trees and the autumn air whispering through the branches. Oh my God, I loved it growing up.
Oh, absolutely. There's even a statue of Poe at the park. And legend has it that if you walk past it at midnight, you might hear a faint whisper or feel an inexplicable chill down your spine.
Oh, I love that. I visited Poe Park a few times. It's going under construction right now, but I more so visited it as a kid, and I always like I feel like I'm stepping into like another era in a sense. Like it's like Poe is still there. He's crafting his stories, his spirit lingering just out of sight.
Well, there you go. The original of the Goths, the King of Darkness,
the King
himself.
of Goths, Ozzy Osbourne.
EAP.
Now, from Poe's eerie echoes, let's turn our attention to a different kind of mystery, one that resides right here at Fordham U. I'm talking about the Maurer Mystery Collection at the Walsh Library. Maurer, a passionate reader and collector of detective fiction, amassed over 9,000 volumes of mystery novels.
That's right.
Yeah.
Otto and his wife were huge supporters of Jesuit education, and they generously donated this incredible collection to Fordham. It's like a hidden treasure trove for fans of mysteries and detective fiction, whodunits, airport thrillers.
Yeah.
I mean, the collection includes everything from classic books to rare first editions. It's a place where you can lose yourself among the pages of intrigue, suspense, and brilliant detective work.
I love it. I'm going to do Sophia Petrillo.
Yeah, elementary, dear Amber. I guess that's... Yeah.
Picture it, Hannah. Imagine spending an evening in the library surrounded by 9,000 volumes of mystery with shadows flickering and every creak of the floorboards making your heart race a little faster. The Maurer collection is a testament to the enduring allure of mystery and the art of storytelling.
And what better way to celebrate Halloween tonight than by diving into these tales? Mm-hmm. The collection includes works by authors like Agatha Christie, love, Arthur Conan Doyle, and lesser-known gems waiting to be discovered. It's really the perfect place for a literary ghost hunt.
Yeah, so whether you're a fan of Poe's gothic horrors or you're drawn to the cunning detectives of the Maurer Mystery Collection, there's something for every curious mind this Halloween.
And if you're in New York, don't miss a chance to explore these spooky spots yourself. You can visit Poe Park, step into the world of the Maurer Collection. You can also just come, if you're able, onto our Fordham University campus itself. Because, Amber, did you know
What?
that there's a rumor?
What, I like a rumor.
There's a rumor about Fordham University, where we are right now.
What is it?
There's a rumor that the cemetery, Fordham Cemetery, is actually a phantom one.
Okay.
So essentially, there's a widespread myth on campus that the Fordham Cemetery is just a kind of not real. It's tombstones, but with no remains. It's a phantom cemetery. So documents housed in the university archives, which is we went to on the 4th floor with Gab next to the Maurer Mystery Collection.
Yep.
Has diaries, reports, charts, and publications providing the following facts about the cemetery, and they imply a refutation of the myth. But I don't know. We'll see.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that so much. I'm going to check it out.
So more mysteries unfold.
Yeah. Guys, thank you for joining us today. Remember, the library is always open, even to the ghosts and ghouls.
Stay curious, stay spooky, and until next time, happy haunting.
Ooh, one more thing. We're going to close it out with, what's your ghost going to close out with?
My ghost is like, in my mind, ultra feminine, a little like, you. Like I'm saying, yoo-hoo, but like, ooh. What about you, Amber?
My ghost is going to be a little bit more dramatic. Like its back is hurting.
Our ghosts are all over the place.
All over the place.
And on that note, we got to go trick-or-treating. Back to work. Okay.
Yeah. Check us out on the gram, guys. Happy Halloween.
Bye.
Bye.